You think you're awake. You think your eyes are open just because you see the world, your job, your family, your city, your friends spinning by day after predictable day. But look closer. Most people you pass are sleepwalking, sleep-talking, sleep-living, caged by a comfort so deep, so numbing, they'd swear it was freedom. He'll tell you they're content. He'll show you their comforts, safety, routine, pleasures on demand, a life free from the jagged edge of uncertainty. But here's the dark truth nobody dares speak. A comfortable cage is still a cage. Call it what you want. Security, routine, tradition, even the good life. But if you're trading your voice for silence, your wildness for predictability, your pain for numbness, you're not living. You're waiting, you're hiding, you're dying with the lights on. You've been taught to fear pain above all. That discomfort is the enemy. That suffering must be avoided, quieted, numbed at any cost. But your real enemy is not pain. It's the comfort that chains you. It's the warmth that lulls you to sleep. Generations before you fought, scraped and sacrificed for a better life, a different life. Yet look at what you do with that gift. You trade it back for anesthetic convenience, for routines that ask nothing, for screens and substances that insulate you from the sharp edge of your own existence. You fear chaos, so you elect order. You fear loneliness, so you choose conformity. You fear risk, so you accept a system that promises safety at the price of your freedom, your curiosity, your very soul. You think you've won, you think you're safe, but you've only exchanged the wilderness for a well-furnished cell. You think being comfortable is your right, but comfort is a contract you sign with your own potential. Giving up the unknown for the known, the real for the synthetic. Every time you choose comfort over truth, you make that contract bigger, heavier, harder to break. You tell yourself you're happy, but you feel that quiet dread when the room goes silent. That faint itch that no new purchase can scratch. That suspicion that under the routine, something essential is dying. Comfort feeds you pleasure, but slowly starves you of purpose. And when you look back, years from now, you'll realize you built your happiness on the bones of abandoned dreams and untested strength. Most people will never wake up, because the first taste of reality is bitter. The first step into honest existence is pain. When you open your eyes and refuse another serving of comfortable lies, you lose your excuses. You lose the luxury of blaming everyone else, the system, the world, my past, for how small you chose to live. Suddenly, everything you called fate is exposed as habit. Suddenly, you see that every wall is made of choices, yours included. Suddenly, you're forced to admit that the jailer and the prisoner are the same person. It's easier to stay asleep. It's easier to say this is just how it is. It's easier to call your cage a palace if you keep the lights low. But easy is for the dead. The living are supposed to bleed. They sold you the easy life. Work for comfort. Stay for comfort. Buy for comfort. Swallow. Scroll. Repeat. And in that never-ending cycle, you forget what it feels like to ache for meaning. You forget the pulse of real desire. You forget the thrill of risk. They built the world to keep you docile, to keep you agreeable, to keep you endlessly pacified with food, pleasure, gossip, ritual. You call it self-care. Sometimes it is. But mostly it's self-erasure. Every comfort you're handed is another link in a golden chain. It is easier to comply when you're numb. It is less trouble to obey than to ask hard questions. You grow soft, you grow quiet, you grow weary, but you call it mature. But part of you still remembers. The part that panics at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, asking if this is all there is. The part that feels that old hunger when the world cracks open and shows you raw pain, yours or someone else's. The part that wonders, what if I am more than my story? What if the comfort is killing me? That part is your alarm clock, and it's always ringing. Only most people press snooze and drown that sound in routine, in busyness, in more comfort. But a few, the rare, answer the call, even if it costs everything. An awakening always costs everything. You want to know why people stay asleep? Because waking up means swallowing pain. Waking up means admitting that everything you built on lies will have to burn. Waking up means living in a world where safety cannot be promised, where meaning must be forged, where pleasure is not enough. Most people are not ready. Most people would rather blame, shrink, gossip, and anesthetize. Because the price tag on truth is pain. But that pain, that's the proof you are alive. That is the agony and ecstasy of existence. You can hate it, run from it, bury it in pillows and paychecks, but it's the only thing that can make you real. You want real life? You can't have comfort and freedom. You want truth? It won't let you keep your tranquil illusions. You want to be awake, hungry, burning, alive. You will have to leave the safe zone. You will lose rituals. You will lose people. You will lose your place among the pacified crowd. But you will trade them for something rare and priceless, the ability to look in the mirror and see an uncaged animal, conscious and unafraid. No one talks about what happens after you leave comfort behind. The loneliness, the hunger, the clarity that keeps you up at night. But eventually you learn to prefer struggle to submission. You choose the ache of authenticity over the ease of anesthesia, and in that choice lies all your power. Here's the hardest truth. Every cage is a choice. You picked your comfort. You picked your routine. You picked the lie that keeps you passive, agreeable, and easy to manage. But you can pick the alternative. Pain with purpose, discomfort with direction, the willingness to abandon all you have now for a chance at something real, a life that asks everything of you, because that's how you know it's yours. You want to escape servitude. It will never be through another level of comfort. It will be through the fire of honest existence, every day, every damn day. The world hates a restless person. It loves a compliant one. So when you reject your comfortable servitude, you will make people very, very uncomfortable. They will tell you you're ungrateful. They will say you're reckless. They will warn you that suffering is a sign you're doing something wrong. They will offer you quick fixes, empty reassurances, another hit of numbing pleasure. Take none of it. Because their comfort is their cage too, and they will defend it with teeth. But you'll know the unvarnished truth that suffering, uncertainty, and hunger are the price of not just being alive, but being free. Watch who you become when you're stripped of comfort, when nothing is guaranteed, when you have to look fate in the eye and know you owe nothing. You only have what you can take, what you can build, what you can suffer through and come out the other side. Listen to what grows in that emptiness. Courage, clarity, the ability to stand alone, the wisdom that comfort breeds copies but pain forges originals. The world is burning. Systems are falling. Old comforts are evaporating one by one. Most people will cling ever tighter to their illusions. They will beg for the return of the comfortable cell. They will pray for the sedation that made life easy, but not you. You know the cost. You know the cage. You know that the only life worth living is the one wrestled from pain, uncertainty, and continual awakening. So here's the final question. Will you die in a tidy little cell, smothered by comfort, pacified by lies? Or will you endure pain, walk headlong into the unknown, and call that freedom? You were born for something wilder than comfort. You were born for something larger than servitude. Do not betray that wildness because sleep feels safer than waking. Stand up and break the bars of your own cage. Choose the discomfort of truth over the anesthesia of a pleasant fiction. Because no one coming to save you. No one is coming to wake you up. You have to choose every single day to suffer, to struggle, to search, to fight, and in that fire become alive. The world hands you a soft prison. You don't have to accept it. Reject comfortable servitude. Choose painful, honest existence. Because in the end, a life spent awake in the wild is worth 1,000 years of comfort in a cage.